Okay, back again. This is the second article I want to read to you, but before I get to that, I just want to say this. And this is regarding the whole Casey Anthony thing and the whole Wiener thing. See, the thing is, yes, a little girl was killed, and it's unfortunate, and my prayers and my thoughts go out to those families. But, again, while people are being glued in the form of entertainment over a murder case, which, quite frankly, you got these people saying, oh, don't watch the TV's bad for you. The TV's bad for you. They put messages in your head. And these are Christians, too. And they go right along with it and say, oh, this about Casey Anthony, da-da-da, oh, da-da-da-da-da. The thing is, how do you know that that's actually true? How do you know that it is true what they're telling you? And while all this stuff is happening, while you are sitting in front of that box, you got bills that are being passed behind your backs that's going to make it illegal to have your own vegetable gardens and everything. Granted, yes, I already said it. It's unfortunate what happened. But was I there? No. So am I going to believe what these people are telling me? No. So regardless of what is going on with any kind of murder trial or whatever, why are you paying attention to it? I almost guarantee you stuff like this happens every single day and it's not reported. So, anyway, I just want to throw my little rant in there on that one. I know many of you are probably going to slap me in the face with it, but oh well. Okay, will 2012 be the year that we see mass starvation in Africa? 12 signs that the world is running out of food. Again, I'm speaking out of the third person, and this is a blog from the economiccollapse.com. Tonight, millions of American families will shovel huge piles of food into their mouths without even realizing that starvation is rapidly spreading in Africa. Right now, Somalia, Ethiopia, and Kenya are experiencing the worst drought conditions that they have seen in 60 years. Tens of thousands of African families have abandoned their homes as they desperately search for food and water. Hundreds of thousands of farm animals have died because of the drought. And here we are thinking that we are sitting in the lap of luxury saying everything is fine. We don't know any of this stuff. We haven't experienced any of this stuff. Well, you know what? And my hearts and prayers go out to the families that are suffering over there along the coast of the Mississippi River. Those floods are affecting those crops. You got droughts in the south. It's not going to be too long before we're going to start experiencing these same things. Food prices are going to rise. And your shelves are going to be emptied. Hundreds of thousands of farm animals have died because of the drought, considering the fact that approximately 2/3 of the people living in the region make their living by raising goats, sheep, cattle, and camels. The word catastrophic just is not sufficient to describe what is happening. Every single day, thousands more head to Dadaab, the biggest refugee camp in the world. Dadaab was originally designed to hold 90,000 people, but now over 360,000 precious people are camped there. In addition, approximately 30,000 desperately hungry people are standing outside the fences waiting to be admitted. It is projected that by the end of the year there will be over 500,000 people living in Dadaab. Sadly, this is just the beginning. According to the United Nations, there are already 10 million people in the region that are facing severe food shortages, and many fear that if the drought continues we could actually see mass starvation in Africa in 2012. Hopefully the world will be very generous as they hear about what is happening in the Horn of Africa. But the truth is that food is getting tight all over the globe. Last summer, an unprecedented heat wave caused Russia to put restrictions on the export of wheat. Some of the key agriculture areas of China, Pakistan, Brazil, and Australia have experienced unprecedented flooding over the past 12 months. Natural disasters have hit U.S. crops hard and many states as well. Crop diseases such as UG99 wheat rust continue to spread. The world continues to lose topsoil. The world continues to lose topsoil at an alarming rate. Things simply do not look promising. Meanwhile, the price of oil has absolutely soared over the past year. The methods that we use to produce and transport our food take a lot of oil. If the price of oil continues to climb, that is going to make it very hard to feed the entire planet. Most Americans have no idea how desperate things are becoming in many areas of the globe already. Just check out a recent article in The Guardian had to say about the situation in Dadaab. Every day, 1,000 Somalis stream across the Kenyan border to Dadaab, which is full of bursting with 367,000 people and already constitutes the largest refugee settlement in the world. They arrive malnourished and dehydrated, but after a walk lasting weeks, grateful that they have made it to a point where they will get food and water. Sometimes words alone are not enough to convey an accurate picture of what is really going on. Take a couple of moments to watch a video posted below. Imagine if you and your family had to go to a camp like this. Keep in mind, I'm going to play this video for you. I do believe that this is in our future.
Well, now to a story a lot of us were hoping would go away, but sadly it won't, at least of its own doing. It is famine in Africa. One of those recurring global problems has sadly become less fashionable, for the want of a better term. And this week, across the globe, charities are launching emergency drought appeals to hopefully save millions of lives. Here's Danny Isdale.
Dadaab, home to the world's biggest refugee camp. Split into three, it was set up 20 years ago to house 90,000, mostly escaping violence in Somalia. Now more than 360,000, that's the population of Canberra, live here. If you call this living.
Actually, in the previous days we are receiving 200 families in a day, but now it is going up to 1,000 in a day.
Families such as Hajira Muhammad and her 5 kids. They walked for 10 days to get here.
I was a small-scale farmer, but this year all my crops failed, so we had to flee the drought and the thirst.
Leaving behind their livelihoods. No rain meant failed harvests, and no food for their livestock meant no food for them. The UN has called for international aid across the Horn of Africa, where parts of Somalia, Ethiopia, Djibouti and Kenya have been declared in crisis. The worst drought in decades has put 10 million lives in danger, and so in their thousands, refugees make their way to Dadaab, where help is at hand, but not immediately. Aid agencies say the camps are so full, some 30,000 people are stranded outside waiting to be let in, with no money, no food, no shelter, and nowhere else to go.
What they do is settle outside of the camps in outskirts, in self-settled areas, where actually they are far from water points.
Some make it in with just days to live.
Most of them, when they come here, they're very much dehydrated, malnourished, and some of them we receive them, we resuscitate them, we find them to be in shock, so we try to stabilize them, so they take time to become well.
The hospitals and health posts are bursting as they wait for the drought to break and the flood of people to ease.
With the current political situation in Somalia, plus the current droughts that are affecting the whole area, we can expect tens of thousands coming in. We can expect the total population to be around 500,000 by the end of the year.
Oh, that's too close. Alright. Well, there you have it. What you guys think about that? Got more to read to you on this subject, so stay tuned.